Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's video is to share with you where you can get bitter leaf seeds if you are in the USA. I'm talking about bitter leaves, the correct bitter leaves. I'll also show you how I got the bitter leaf seeds to germinate and then share with you updates on the bitter leaves that I already have in the garden, like what to do in the spring after winter. What to do with the bitter leaves. That and much more coming up in today's video. Alright tribe, this video is to share with you updates on my bitter leaves in the spring. That's after the winter season. So what I did was I went ahead and I pruned the bitter leaves, as you can see, all the way down. Because after the winter season, you know, at some point the stems are gonna die off and they will be dry because of the cold weather. So you want to go ahead and prune off that dry stem all the way to the bottom, like so. And then, as you can see, young shoots will come off from the bottom because the roots hardly die off, especially if you are, you know, in zone 9 like I am. So you see this bitter leaf right here. See that one? I'll show you more. Guys, I have more of the bitter leaves in grow bags over here. So you see, these are all fresh bitter leaves. After I pruned them and I added some manure and it's doing well. So these are the bitter leaves. Yeah, I have my fruited pumpkin bags over here as well. But what I'm trying to show you are bitter leaves doing so well. And there's this one. What I've been doing is I've been harvesting just the leaves because I'm trying to get these stems to mature so I can cut the stems and plant. You know, you can propagate bitter leaves from stems, but I want the stems to mature a little bit, so I've just been harvesting the leaves instead of cutting it from the top. And along the fence here we have the other type of bitter leaf, the broadleaf bitter leaf. As you can see, I pruned it all the way, and then we have young shoots coming out from the bottom. Again, I've been harvesting the leaves from the bottom. There's another one. So it's along the fence over here. And then see these ones that I have in the grow bag over here. These are the ones that I collected the stems over the fall and winter, rooted them, and then I planted them in here in the grow bag. It's doing well. There's some here, there's some over there, and then we have even more on the other side. Now let me share with you where I got my bitter leaf seeds from in 2024. It's on the screen. I went on Etsy and I got my seeds from this vendor. They are all the way in Ghana, but they got the seeds to me in less than 10 days, and I started the seeds on the 28th of February. So you can visit Etsy and get your seeds from there if you're looking for bitter leaf seeds, but be mindful that it's a little pricey. And guys, I'm not being paid for this endorsement. I'm just sharing it as a public service announcement. I know nothing about the company, etc., etc., but I thought I'd share with you. So bitter leaf seeds, as you can see, are extremely tiny seeds. What that means is you don't want to cover them too much when you plant them. As you can see, I'm barely pressing the seeds down and putting my seed starting mix over them very lightly. Do not cover the seeds too much, otherwise they will not germinate. And the germination rate is slow. I mean, how long it takes for the seeds to germinate. And it's very dependent on the temperature. So if you start the seeds indoors where it's warm, maybe on a heat mat, it will germinate faster. But I started my seeds outdoors, and it did take maybe about 14 days for me to see initial germination. And growth after that was quite slow. Again, my seeds were outside and my garden is in Houston, Texas, zone 9A. This is how the seeds are looking like about 5 weeks since seed starting. So guys, these are the bitter leaves that I started from seeds this year. So I got the seeds from Etsy. Started the seeds on the 28th of February. And it's the 2nd of April. And this is all the growth I have. It did take a while for the seeds to germinate because I started the seeds outdoors. But this is how much growth I have.